Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
How is your week going?
It's going excellent.
Excellent.
Dude.
All right. Nice and warm for you?
It is very warm here in Northern California.
Yeah, not bad.
It's already
That's
fire
typical.
season. We've had a couple fires and smoke and hazy days. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Sigh.
I heard the peat moss caught on fire, so that'll be another 6 years of
It's
smoke in the air.
weird. It is. It gets put out and then it just, I guess, smolders in some way. Whatever.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
I just live my life. It's okay.
Living your best life.
That's right. I wanted to start off today with a stat that came out today. Ready?
Is it good news? Is it good news?
No.
Ah.
Consumer price inflation today is the highest in over 40 years, and it's shown no signs of slowing down in June. It's July 2022 right now here. In June, it rose by 9.1%, and it's accelerating, according to Google. And the annualized inflation rate, that's 1 month change multiplied by 12 months, it's 17%. So in the last 40 years, it's never been higher. So in my adult life, this is where the craziness is going to start, is what I think.
Well, yeah. Hello.
So I wanted to do a podcast about basically the coming recession and what local small businesses or just local businesses or even companies, how they should be preparing. And if SEO is a place that they should include in their budgets, and how they should do that. Sound good?
Yeah, except, I mean, you jumped right from, highest inflation in 40 years to declaring a recession. So that's not quite a straight line. Just one,
Okay, that's not. I agree. However, I think actually these strategies that we'll go through is they're good anytime.
Great.
And now that businesses and business owners, they're seeing this, right? So often they, during a recession, they can be among the hardest hit.
Mhm.
Their budgets can definitely shrink. Maybe they aren't prepared for that recession or that economic downturn. So that's why I thought this would be a great topic for a podcast.
No disagreement. Just want to
Okay.
not put out that we're heading towards a recession until we are.
All right. Okay. That's awesome. So first strategy, and this, I like this one because it's probably the cheapest, and that is build your email list. Build up your list of people who trust you, which is that email list, right? The people who have given their email to you because they trust your business. So you have given them something through your website, you've given some valuable content to them where all they had to do was provide their email address. And now they're part of your email newsletter list. So building that email list is super affordable. It's very, very cheap. Having a newsletter, a monthly newsletter, or having them subscribe to that newsletter in order to get your valuable content that you've prepared, that is one of the first things that I'd recommend. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, but
Okay.
In previous podcasts, you've mentioned that you have to get their opt-in before just sending a newsletter.
Sure. Definitely. As part of the download process, you can have a little box that says, hey, yeah, send me your newsletter. So part of your, that valuable content that you've created, part of that explanation should mention, the other valuable things that you provide on a monthly basis. So that way they do want to be part of that email newsletter. So say, for example, you're a catering company and you have an awesome group of recipes for an upcoming barbecue, something that is a little enticing, some secret ways that you can, that from the catering world that you can give them. And then also as part of your email newsletter, that monthly newsletter, the upcoming recipes that are gluten-free or something like that. Something that monthly they would not mind getting. So that way, that email list is basically, like I said, it's a list of people who trust you as a provider. And so that's what you want to give them. So on a monthly basis, you're giving them something of value as well. Okay?
Great.
All right. So next one. When we talk about SEO, so there's a lot of things that SEO, search engine optimization, covers. But the biggest part that really most people aren't aware of is that SEO is about problem-solving content. So from that business, they are an authority in that area, that category. So they should be producing valuable content that solves people's problems. So that way, that valuable content that's solving someone's problem, those people will come to your website. So Google tracks those people. And of course, the people themselves track who's helping them. So both of those things combine to organically raise your ranking on Google. So making sure that when we're talking about SEO, we're definitely not forgetting that. So it's never a one-time thing. So making your website beautiful for humans, great. Making your website beautiful for Google, also really great. But then the other part is consistently producing content that solves problems. That's where Google and people will start coming more and more and more. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
And then that organic growth will always do better than Google's pay-per-click ads. So those pay-per-click ads are short-term wins. And, the organic way of reaching out and raising your ranking always in the long term beats out those short-term gains, those short-term pay-per-click ads.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Question so far? Am I blowing your mind?
Definitely when I guess what kind of content does not help?
So if I'm, if I'm a lawyer, I'm a personal injury attorney, I'm not going to be writing content about, I went and saw the last it's this Top Gun movie and here's what I think about it. That's definitely not solving anyone's problems and definitely outside of your category. So why would you confuse your audience? Who cares what you think about Top Gun? Unless it's something to do with your category on Google, I wouldn't put it on your website. You could probably include that in your newsletter because that's going directly to a specific audience. But Google or humans, really, they're not going to be clicking on that very much. And if they do, they're not the audience that you want to come to your website, right? That you want them, if you're a personal injury attorney, you want them coming because, they want to know how to make the best claim against whatever city because of a sidewalk thing or something like that.
Perfect.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right. So anything that COVID taught us is that now your digital presence has become way, way, way more important than almost any other form of advertising because word of mouth, it kind of dwindled during COVID, right? People are stuck in their houses. So they're definitely a lot more than ever before forced to go to the internet to find answers, to find solutions and service providers more than ever before, just by virtue of not really meeting people. So understand that really hasn't changed so much. Even as we open up, people are still now, those behaviors have been ingrained that now they do check online before coming to your business. So make sure that your online presence is top notch because that's the ones who people are going to gravitate towards. The ones who have tons of great reviews. The reviews are all responded to. They're easy to find, so they're visible, that kind of stuff.
Makes sense.
Invest
in yourself.
What's that?
Invest in yourself.
Well, invest in your credibility and your visibility. Both of those things are they include so many things, but you could be the best general contractor in your area, but if you have only one review and it's a 3-star review and then your competitors have 40 or 50 or 100, how can you expect somebody to pick up the phone? It just doesn't happen, right? You'll only get the ones who are trying to collect multiple bids. You'll never get the ones who are very, very rarely will you get the ones that are already qualified. They're coming to spend money to you, right? So those are what you want, right? You want those are the best clients to get.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that in a different podcast.
The ones who are already convinced that you're the best, though, I like those, definitely. Okay, right. The last thing I wanted to say is make sure that you have a strategy, right? Jamie asked about, what's good for me to write about. Don't write about your day. Write about a problem, a common problem that your clients come to you with, right? That's definitely more meaningful than, the last picnic you had underneath, the cherry blossoms. So make sure that you have a digital strategy that encompasses your visibility. So what kind of questions you're answering, raising your ranking in Google for the terms that you want to be ranked for, that kind of stuff. And also your credibility, which means your online reputation. Where are you reviewed? How many reviews you have compared to your competitors, that kind of stuff. Beautiful. So take care of all of those things. And, there's a good chance that, if there is a recession that's coming, then you'll be better positioned than your competitors, that's what you want.
Well, I do know, in the construction industry, most general contractors, roofers, plumbers, electricians, they are so impacted with business that they don't need to do any kind of search engine optimization or website or anything. Is that they can only handle so many jobs a year, and they've been in the salad days for so many years that they've kind of forgotten about this. But this is really, really critical. So if out in our listening audience, if you do know a contractor, anyone in the trades that might be in that position where they've been impacted for the last 4 or 5, 8 years, this would be a really good podcast to send to them, because this is stuff that anyone really can do with their business. And so it makes it so it's that they are recession proofing their business. They'll continue to be in business during the recession and long after if they're prepared for it. So,
yep, exactly. That's why I wanted to do the podcast. Thanks.
All right.
Yes.
Well, hopefully we won't have a recession, but
yes, I agree.
Hopefully everything will continue. But we are definitely seeing some interesting signs out there that maybe things are not going to be the booming days as we have seen before. So,
yep. Thanks, Jamie. We're going to wrap it up there. And
okay, great. So thank you, Adam, again for sharing your time with us. And thank you to the audience for sharing your time with us. If you do have a question about an upcoming episode or anything that we can address in Local SEO in 10, please feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page and our LinkedIn page at Local SEO in 10. But before you do, if you can go to our website, magnifiedmedia.net, click on the podcast tab, and then you'll see a search bar there. And if you can type in the topic, see if there's something that we may have covered already. Chances are we have. But if not, then we definitely want to hear from you and any questions you have about it. And we'll be happy to consider it for a future upcoming podcast. And like always, please make sure to give us 5 stars wherever you're listening to it so we can see your feedback and continue being motivated to continue the Local SEO in 10 podcast. Always great to see everyone's feedback. Thank you very much.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.